Hi, welcome back to our next card. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. I know I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. For the next card, we are going to create this little design. Now, this little design came to me when I had lots of little bits of DSP left over, and I thought, oh, what a great use. So this card is primarily made up from some strips of designer series paper. You've got a lovely die cut shape there that comes from the scalloped contour dies, and then you've got our lovely turtle friend, and of course I've added a little ribbon. I've created the card from a strip of basic black, from a card base of basic black, and it's quite quick and simple to put together. So let's get started. You have in the measurements that I provided will create all of these pieces. So you've got your basic black card base. Just give that a good press with your bone folder to make that nice and flat. You have two pieces of basic white card. One is for the outside and one is for the inside, and you can go ahead and stick those down straight away. We're going to stick these down nice and flat. Okay. Just make sure you pop that in the centre so you've got a nice border of the basic black card showing around the edges. It's nice to have a bit of matting and layering. Okay, like so. Then what you've got is you've got some strips of card. Now it's entirely up to you whether you choose the same pieces that I've used, or feel free to create your own pattern. But these are the pieces that I have gone for. Now you need 4 pieces that measure 2 centimetres wide by 13 centimetres long, and then you need one little strip that is 1 centimetre wide by 13.9 centimetres long. Little story here for you. I cut all my strips. I cut those 4 to start with, and I thought, oh gosh, I've got that big gap at the end, what do I do? Rather than making the card all over again, I thought I'll just add a little strip of 1 centimetre DSP, and actually I think it's quite nice. It barely notices that it's smaller than the others, but even so it's quite nice. You could always add that bit in the middle to break it up if you wanted to make it kind of symmetrical, but I'm going to create my card for you today as I've done originally. Okay, so the trick with these strips is to just pop them, add a little bit of your wet glue, or you could use a tape runner if you have one. So just pop that on so that you've got a little border of white at the edge. Now it's literally 1 millimetre, but the border at the top and the bottom is ever so slightly smaller than ever so slightly bigger than the border down the edge. Okay, but if you measure it, you'll be there all day. So just do it by eye. Okay, and I always start from one edge. So I've got this lovely dotty paper here. That's it. And then we've got this lovely semicircle one, and I've tried to use the kind of greens and the blues so that it ties in with the colours on our turtle and our ribbon. So we've got this lovely piece, this sort of diamondy sort of pattern, and it's on the back of the semicircle. Like so, and then our little strip of the dotty to finish us off. Okay, there we have it. So that is our strips, and this is one of those cards you could make with any sort of DSP. It's a great way to use up your scraps that we've all got in our boxes. So we're going to add this piece here, and we are going to stick that down with some dimensionals, and you'll notice that the ribbon is actually tied round that piece, but I find it easier to stick this to the card first and then tie the ribbon around. So the technique with this that I'm going to use, I'm going to put the dimensionals at the top and the bottom. So the idea is that we can pull the ribbon through the centre. Okay, so this is going to go down in the centre of our card, like so. And then we're going to take our ribbon, I love this ribbon, slide it through, okay, put it through one side, okay, just sort of get it so that it's roughly in the centre of there, and then tie your bow. This is when I realise I'm terrible at bows. No, not too bad. Not too shabby, Stacey. Okay, so just have a little play with that until you are happy. I know if you're anything like me, I have to really force myself to be happy with a bow, and I'm not happy with that. So let's just try it again. I find the trick is to keep the ribbon flat if you can, so that it doesn't twist, but that is easier said than done. That's a bit better, is it? This is what you get, guys. You get real life crafting with me. So let's just trim off our little ends, and I'm using my big scissors. I so wish Stampin' Up still made these scissors. I was very sad when they retired them. Feels like a lifetime ago that they retired as well. Okay, right, Stacey, leave the bow alone. Okay, that's all good. Now, we have our piece of basic white here, and that piece is going to tuck just in there. It's going to sit just inside the dots, but we're not going to stick that down. We're going to decorate it first. So first of all, we are going to create our turtle. Now, I've gone ahead and I have pre-stamped these already. Reason for that is we've made quite a few today now, so we should all be in the rhythm of making these turtles. So the shell has been stamped onto white card with soft suede ink, and then the shell itself has been stamped with soft succulent, and then our outline has been stamped with soft suede onto Sahara sand. So for the shell, we're just going to go around the edge with our dauber. I've still got quite a bit of ink on this from our last turtle. I'm just going around the edge, adding that bit of detail. Turn it over, give it a little shape with our glue, and then we're going to pop a dimensional back onto our original turtle and then stick that down like so. Right, so we can bring in our piece of white and we can stick him on like so, and he's going to be stuck down flat. Ooh. My glue has now decided it doesn't want to work. Okay, like so. And I'm putting him on so that the middle part of him is roughly in the middle of that piece of card. Okay, and then I'm going to take my sentiment, which is happy birthday, and I'm going to stamp in soft suede just underneath. Try and get it straight, not too bad. And then we can stick this down onto the front of our card like so. Now you should be able to get that on flat. So let's just add a bit of wet glue. Okay, and there we have it. Finished for you right now. So that bow just needs a little bit of a play around with, but I'm really happy with that. So that is the next card all finished for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.